Why hello there, and welcome back to Calusia, where we are posing dramatically, and quite brightly actually, against this beautiful Mount Gulg, which I'm assuming is the level 49 dungeon. We've got a ways to go before we get up there, because we've only really just started the level 78 stuff. So I'm going to get a chunk of that done in this episode. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently by your reckoning. Because we are, of course, a master of knowing these things. Door. Oop. You hear faint sounds from inside the building, however the door refuses to budge. So yes, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. From what I've gathered from a very quick scan of social media, people are very impressed with the story of Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. If nothing else, the story has captured people's imaginations, and in fact quite a few people have commented on some of my videos that yeah, they're really enjoying it, so that's good. The cups are half empty or half full depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. Clearly there have been people here recently. What news, Demajen? Were you able to find anything of note? Oops. That's me slamming the table. I couldn't find a mysterious person. People are definitely still living here. Indeed. Well, there's no one to be seen. It is plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they're doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? Oh! The guy from the cliffs, from the water, who drowned, or didn't drown. You're Tristel, the artist from Yulmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we'd meet again, and here of all places. How did you get up here? We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. Ah. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the bright cliff. Been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did, at any rate, until Mount Gulg broke away from the earth. And just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what's brought you here? Mount Gulg has separated itself. So Vorthri is a Sin Eater, and he's fled to Mount Gulg. Tis a strange tale, but I've no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help you, you need but say the word. Your help will be most welcome, Tristel. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoitre the area. If we are to confront Vorthri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gulg. Of course. You hardly need our permission to be here. I'll tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Cheers! Ba 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 ba. We're almost to level 79. And then we're just several million XP away from 80. More so than the revelation that Vorther is a sin eater, I'm surprised that the three citizens of Yulmur came together to work on the ladder. Oops. Is it possible for people to change so quickly? What? Huh. Oh, there are quests. Some of these quests may well offer us gear. We do want some gear. Yeah. Level 78 High Mithril Headpiece. Listen, friend, I've run off my feet here. I need someone to take stock of our remaining food stores, and you just volunteered. Off you pop. Okay, we shall very quickly. Right. Alize. Another weapon? So soon after I got one from the dungeon. Yet another hapless soul that Alpha knows safe from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that Brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Demajen and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Uh-oh? Very well then, just take care out there. Thanks for giving us a choice there, Alize. Right, let us head northward. Those Catobelpus. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then. I wonder what we're going to find up here. A mysterious purple smoking spot on the ground. They're surprisingly common. You are under attack? Oh no! It is a Sin Eater. And I don't have my chocobars. Nope. Tender love. I think they've upped, you know, the tankiness of enemies. Either that or they've just nerfed Dark Knight DPS, which is also probable. Ba, ba. Another smoky purple spot. Do. Oh no, two. Forgiven thievery. You are all dead. So yeah, that's, I'm assuming, where the Shining City is. Oh. Must not run over those weird... They look like shards of whatever that is up there. A mysterious gate.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there.
We did.
You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are.
Well, that's a surprise.
Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it?
It looks a lot like Somal from
If
here.
I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on.
Yep.
And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind.
Yep.
This is going to be a tough climb.
It's going to be a dungeon.
But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems.
Yeah.
Ishtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
But unless we can ground the mountain. And how do you go about grounding a mountain since mountains aren't generally designed to fly? What?
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Who, us? Nah. Oh, look, the Crystal Exarch's here.
Urianger. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
Tech.
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes.
That may be a little bit premature.
I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
That's... What are these drones? Yeah, she's a unique...
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Machina.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
Saves any of us
Seem
dying.
our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course.
Teleportation magic.
Master Alphino waiteth for us atop Rung. Thither should we make our way.
Thither we shall go. So the dwarves have got to come into play at some point here. Maybe the dwarves have got portals between the rocks. Yeah, I can't think of another way, really. Let's see who has what to say. Yeah, so Crystal Exarch is concerned. Worries that we're concerned about his health. Veen did not like the ascents. Bless her. Grappling hooks will not be enough. No, Thancred. I didn't expect to see the Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gulg. For this, we'll need to put all our heads together. New weapon. Dwarven. No. I don't like this as much. It's a bit of a weird looking thing. But it does have a bit of animation to it. It's an extendo blade. A gigantic undertaking.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthri's winged devils.
Basically, yes.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters.
Yes.
Yulmor's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Sid, we are in no position to attempt to refit.
True. We need to draw them away.
Oh, it's so frustrating. That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to earth.
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder and seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
But it's not a bad point. Can we get it down? Can we bring it down? Can we attract it back down?
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain.
Exactly how, Ishtola?
In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
Where you gonna find that? Oh, mind you, there is a big golem-y thing in the dungeons video, so maybe that's what that is. It's actually there trying to grab hold of the mountain. Maybe it's on our side, not the enemies.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. A solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work.
This is where the dwarves come in.
Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
Don't have one of those handy.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Let's see. First, we'd need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found near the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It'd be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoring. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmor is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
I'd just like to point out that we've gone from really kind of personal stories, like Tesleen getting turned into a Sin Eater, to we're building a golem to grab onto a volcano and pull it back down. This is, you know, your typical kind of 5th act culmination of a storyline in a Final Fantasy game, isn't it? And I love it.
Is there anything else you need?
Metal. Ether. Gemstones.
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane
That's
arts.
handy.
I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics.
This has been really
Yet they're
cleverly
not wont
planned.
to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief.
But we know they're
That
king.
being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners?
Yeah, we're kind of a hero. We're kind of a big deal.
But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand.
Yep.
Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
We're the Warriors of Darkness. The artist Alphino and his assistants.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alphino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been...
I wonder what the other options are. If you select one of the other options, folks, please tell me
As you
down
can
in the
see,
comments
you
what
will
the
not
others
want
said.
the bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival.
Oh yes, you've actually got to plan this thing.
Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
The hero we need, but not necessarily the hero we deserve.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world
Well-
with us.
Meanwhile, what are we going to do? The Exarch's going to
I take
suggest...
it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Oh yes, he certainly looks like it. Quest? Accept it. Right. I guess, shall we see how we might be of service? Have the design ready, she says. In time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. Ah! This is where the dwarves come in. What? A village of Yulmore and exiles? Oh, and them. But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. This will never work. Never! You never should have fixed that muddy lift. Never should have ridden up here. Never should have. Never should have. Oh dear, Darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Demajen. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your talos. A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation. Awaken his sense of daring. Choose words that will best encourage Chai-Nuzz. You must lift his spirits sufficiently during the conversation. Dialogue trees. Huh. Chai-Nuzz is plagued with self-doubt. I can't do it. No one can. A talos of that size, no one's even dreamed of it. Alphino wouldn't struggle to collect firewood. Sure he did. He did? But he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. Huh. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. Chai-Nuzz still harbours some misgivings. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers. They're not bully likely to give it. Tristal's among them. You said so yourself. Lest we've forgotten, we essentially... Oh, yeah, they did actually essentially send him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Oh. You don't know until you apologise. I'll come with you. Ah. If you were there too, perhaps you'd be more willing to accept an apology. But wait, what am I thinking? Relying on others to fight my battles? It's disgraceful if what it is. And it might even make things worse. And in the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous talus is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they think the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. We liberated a castle. Well now. Oh yeah, that's what we did at Doma, wasn't it? I was really confused. It's like, wait, we liberated a castle? When? Like, yeah, last expansion. That shows how much of an impact Stormblood had. Well, no, not that it was bad. It's just that it's been washed away by the sheer excellence of this story. Well now, to flood the very castle you sought to reclaim, such a strategy could indeed be considered absurd. Yet you succeeded not in spite of, but because of it. Our own strategy might likewise seem absurd, but maybe, just maybe, it stands a bit of chance of success for it. Chai-Nuzz is feeling somewhat optimistic. Be that as it may, there are risks to consider should the venture fail. I imagine for a moment that we failed to reach Vorthri and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters and will meet a horrible end. We can build Talos for battle. I've thought of that, I assure you, but I'm afraid Talos cannot contend with Sin Eaters. If they could, I would never have come to Yulmore. Nonetheless, I appreciate your earnest attempt to find a solution. Makes me wonder, what is it that drives you? Tell me, why did you throw yourself into the midst of such a grueling struggle? I got roped into it. Go! Balls. So you do not fight willingly, just like me. We may put on a smile, but behind it there's only doubts. If even your heart isn't in it, there's no hope for any of us. Oh, balls. Oh no! I have failed at my duty! Right. I'm not going to read this all out again. Duty commenced. Right. Alphino struggled to collect firewoods. Perhaps with us trying to apologize. We liberate a castle with a strategy, blah, blah, blah. Build Talos for battle. That had the... Yeah. Chai-Nuzz is burning with motivation. Yay! Yeah! I like that we get the fanfare. Yes! Yes! By the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Oh. God. Right. Let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers, with Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going to. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologise. But there's no telling what may happen out here. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Is that a reference to something? Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? It is not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times do they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavours. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believed lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire, the desire to make the impossible possible. Is he talking about us, or is he talking about his own people? Where is he from? Are we going to find out? Come, darling. Like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talus. Do I? And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Oh. Right then, to Amity. I need some new trousers. It looks like I'm wearing flares. Where are you from, Exarch? I'm glad my words struck a chord. Shall we? We shall stare at you. After you. Where am I going? Round and round in a circle. It's apology time. You have every right to be angry with us. But please, listen to what I have to say. I'm tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg by means of a talus of hitherto unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignore my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come in here and ask for my cooperation? Yes. You've every right to be upset. Vorthu's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now that what we did to you, to full many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is the past. And we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please, see our friends to Mantgulg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building, nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Ba, 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 ba. Sweet! New duds! Ah, wicked white. Oh, wait. Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot about one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. The gems. The heart. That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. Yeah. So, while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable to bring into life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. This is where the dwarves come in. What's this new gear piece look like? What? Is that? That's a dwarven beard, isn't it? That looks really dumb without the helm. And of course, we're not going to be able to use the helm, are we? Because we're a Viera. Tristal knows people who may be able to assist in your search for ore. Meet the Tholls. If you seek material for the Talos' heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They're the Tholls, a dwarven family that long mine this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. If you explain the situation, I'm sure they'd be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You'll find the Tholls at their village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, sit an audience with Chief Zamet. And do not forget to meet him with a hearty tally-ho. Permit me to join you, Demajen. I would keep my joints limber and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to the two of you then. The variety of ore doesn't matter so long as it's rich with ether. I aim to have my design complete by your return. I'm kind of hoping that... I want to know what the helmet looks like. Is there a merchant around? If there's a merchant in the village, we may be able to see if it'll let us wear the helmet. Because it could do a full helm thing and take our ears off. In a painless manner. Junkmonger, gemstone trader. Can't do that yet. Need to go through the story. Battlecraft gear. Helmet. Ah! What's the rest of the outfit look like? What have I got? There we go. Well, that's different. I think I'm going to have to glamour this one. Because I'm not small enough to look like that. Jeez. Talk to you. They're also teeny tiny. So, this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium. Now being in the presence of so many, I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Hi. Lally-ho! What did you just call me? Lally-ho? What sorry excuse for a greeting was that? Where's your heart, lass? Your stones? Come, let's try it again. Lally-ho! 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 Not bad, not bad. But there's room for improvement. Ennerode, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we've come to seek the aid of the Tholl family. May we speak with Chief Zamet? Why, yes, you may. I am Zamet, and I bid you welcome to Tomra. If it's the folk of Amity what sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. I'm going to give myself a sore throat doing that voice, I think. Well, well. There I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with a floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. Oh, I think I might be clipping the microphone here. Oops. However, the kind of ore you seek's precious to us too. If I let you have it only for you to bungle things up and squander it like no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy. By means of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksy. Passed down to the line of Tholl. Okay. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. And we will find out what the trial of the Tholl is in the next episode. We are closing in on level 79. I'm going to go and have a drink now. and some of my throat pastils. Why do I do this to myself, folks? Why do I do this to myself? Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, Lally-ho! Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe. Remember to ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, toodle pip.